understand the principles of civilization, then you'll understand that all of these arguments that men make through beliefism has nothing to do with true religion. Because true religion actually binds you back to the cosmos, to the metaneters, or to nature, and makes you one with the Creator, whomever you may call him. Allah, Yahweh, Wahe, Shiva, whomever. And once you begin to understand that it's all about bloodline and that we are all the same people, then the argument is settled. Because what I'm going to show tonight, some of the documents that I do have, I'm going to read to you. And I want you Hebrew Israelites to really hear and understand that you don't have to be afraid to step out and learn of your nationality. You have a birthright. You were born out of a womb. You were not born a Hebrew Israelite. I say that again. You were not born a Hebrew Israelite. You were born a Moor. And I know many of you out there listening, you was like, well, Moor, what does Moor mean? Well, Moor just simply means any dark-skinned individual, especially that of African descent or the Negro. You are classified right now as Negro. You are classified as Black. You are classified as African American. So if you're classified as that, then that puts you, or that qualifies you to be a Moor, based on definition. We are the same people, make no mistake about it. And when you understand that we are the same people, then the arguments and the silly, going back and forth debating about issues that we shouldn't really be debating about, it's already settled. And I'm going to deal real quick with some blood issues, some DNA, because DNA pretty much trumps everything. I want to share a little bit about the E1B1 markers. The E1B1 markers. Now, you guys can look that up on the internet. I have information I can send out to you. But the E1B1 markers derive from the East. Most of us have these markers. And we come into many names. We come from many names, such as Somalia, Sudan, Ethiopia or Kush, Nahessians, Libyans, Numidians, Egyptians, Moroccans, Tunisians, Algiers, Canaanites, Hittites, Al-Moroccans. All of these are synonymous to Moors. Now, I had the opportunity and the pleasure to live in 4 different countries in my extended travels throughout my years. And one of the countries I lived at was Germany. And within Germany, in their Bible, you can actually see, and if you go back to the 1500s or the 15th century, 14th century, when they first had their Bibles in German, the German language, you will see the word Moor and African used synonymously. Moor and African used synonymously all throughout their Bible. As a matter of fact, when I was over there, as I visited all of these places, these cathedrals that were just absolutely gorgeous that we built as Moors, I began to see all the Moorish artifacts. At the time, I was unconscious. I didn't know. But I saw that over there with my own eyes. And now, having awakened to who I am and to my nationality, I realized that I was in the land of the Moors as well, because we rule in Europe as well. So, all of these markers and these different names that we came under, we are the same people, the same bloodline, no difference. So why am I arguing with my brother and my sister about beliefs of children? We soon have to grow up out of the whole belief paradigm and get off into fruition and begin to manifest those things that we already know that we have within us, the power that we have within us as Moors, to bring forth any manifestation on this earth plane that we desire. But why aren't we doing it? As I have traveled around the world, as I mentioned, everyone that I've come in contact has a nationality. Not one individual that I met didn't have a nationality. And when I talk to my Hebrew Israelite brothers, the first thing they tell me, well, Yah has my nationality. He owns my nationality. I don't need to worry about what man's nationality is. He has my nationality. And as I begin to listen to that statement coming out of our brothers and sisters' mouths, I hate to use the word ignorant, but I'm going to use the word ignorant for the fact of not knowing that doesn't even add up. When you look at it from a standpoint of, if you understand Hermetic principles, the 7 Hermetic principles, so above, so below. So if you have a nationality down here, there's a nationality up there. If there's a nationality up there, you got a nationality down here. Now, I know that might be a little far-fetched for some of us because we've been so branded through the Eurocentric understanding of the cosmos, because, believe me, they know and understand our science, and they've been using it against us ever since we've fallen asleep. And those same sciences that they use are for us. And so the galactic forces that are in the cosmos today, that are out there, they all have nationalities. They all are part of whatever, star, planet, whatever solar system, star system that they are associated with. That's part of their nationality. So if you coming down here in the womb of a woman, you must have a nationality. How do I know that? Well, let's look at, etymology, or the etymon. Many of you who study languages and linguistics, you will understand that you have to, when you look up the meaning of a word, you have to go back to its matrix. The matrix is the mother, not the father, but the mother. That's why we have these little terms such as, or little cliches such as, the mother tongue. Why is it never the father's tongue? Or the motherland. Why is it not the father's land? It always goes back to the mother. And so if you came out of your mother, then your mother is tied to a nationality or a nation. What is that nation? You say Hebrew Israelite, but there's no nation on the planet at this time called Hebrew Israelite. You just can't make up a nation and call it something. You have to be attached to something. So my challenge to you all, what are you attached to? I don't want to hear about you attached to Yahweh, because Yahweh is not, in essence, physically here, because you say he's up there. So if he's up there, what's down here? Who are you attached to down here as a nation? So these are some of the things that I began to just question. And as I question them, I end up really, moving away from a lot of the dogmatism that came with the whole Hebrew Israelite movement. And just like Christianity, most of it is dogma. The masses do not get true religion. The pastors, the popes, the priests, the imams, all of those individuals, the masons, the top ones, those who are in authority, those who are in great leadership, they know these things. They know the science behind all of these ancient writings that our forefathers and mothers created.
One quick